In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own mission control dashboard using nothing but openclaw. And in this video, I'm using Anthropic's Claude model to build out this dashboard. And I'm going to show you exactly what this dashboard is for. And by the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the prompt that you can use to build your own very own custom dashboard and build on it and expand on it. So without further ado, let's have a look at this dashboard that I've created with openclaw. The whole point of this video as well is not to get too technical. This is the first video on the channel as well, so I don't want to use too much technical jargon. This is purely for those people who are enthusiastic about AI. Maybe you've heard of openclaw, you're looking to get openclaw installed, you want to do something with AI, you want to do something with openclaw. Well, this is the video for you, right? So if you haven't guessed it already, yes, this dashboard does look like Cyberpunk 2077. The reason being is because I'm a big fan of the game and I really love the cyberpunk genre. So I've gone for a cyberpunk-esque theme on this mission control dashboard. So you can see I've got a nice little glitch animation here, which is pretty cool. Nice little clock. By the way, guys, all this information you're seeing on this dashboard is dummy data. So for those of you who like to zoom into videos and have a look and see what's going on, the finer details, I've got news for you. None of this is actually real stuff, okay? So you're not going to be able to find out exactly what I'm up to next week because none of this is real. So without further ado, top left corner of the screen, we've got a little widget icon, a widget that shows the weather. So weather in Shinjuku right now, Tokyo, is 9 degrees, rain. I've got my agent status. By the way, I will talk to you about my agents in just a second. And I've got my incoming emails here and a quick look into my Google Calendar schedule. So this is both Google Gmail and Calendar, as well as the token usage for today. I've got a little gym session tracker here. So I've got a progress bar to go at least 3 times a week, right? So if I click on this, it just fills up my progress bar, instant gratification. Also just like a mini habit tracker, right? So I've got a task matrix just here where I can move tasks from to do to in progress to done, my mini Kanban board to manage my life essentially. And the great thing here is I can communicate to my agents, but I can also communicate to my agent through Telegram, right? So as you guys know, with openclaw, you can communicate either through WhatsApp as a channel or Telegram. And I can send that message and say, hey, create me a task to do X, Y, Z, and it will add that to my Kanban board, which is pretty cool. So if I go over to my schedule, it's actually not my schedule, but the schedule for openclaw. This is basically all the automated jobs that are going on in the background, such as cron jobs, heartbeats, that sort of stuff, morning briefs, is showing up on here. So I just get to see like an overview of any automated tasks that are running inside of openclaw. Just a nice visual view. So if I see something that I don't think I need anymore, I can click on it and I can remove it, so on and so forth. Then I can click on to memory. This is where things get interesting. So this is basically all the sessions I'm having with openclaw right now. The personality and a persona for the agent, how it's supposed to respond to me, so on and so forth. Now, for those of you watching this channel, this is my channel brand pack that was created by Claude, right? And I've actually got this MD file being rendered. So this is actually markdown in the background, which is basically pure text, as you guys know. This has actually been rendered in the browser with all the formatting. So you've got the headers, you've got bold text where it needs to be, so on and so forth, subheadings, links, etc., which is really, really cool. And it looks good because it's in keeping with the rest of the theme, right? Which is really, really awesome. Then if I come on over to the agents, so I've got the actual agents themselves. Now this is the virtual office I've created. This virtual office doesn't actually do much in terms of providing value. This is purely just for shits and giggles, right? So when the agents are actually doing something, you'll get little animations playing above your heads to say that agent is actually actively working. And then there's some idle animations. For example, Nozomi looks like she's going over to the water cooler to get herself a bottle of water or a cup of water. Then she's going to go back to her desk. Again, there's no value in this really, other than I just wanted to give my agents some character. And it's just a fun project, right? So just quickly, briefly run through all the agents, what they do, because these actually are functional agents. Kira is the main orchestrator agent. So he'll do the planning, the comms to all the other agents to tell them what to do, so on and so forth. He's also the main guy I talk to on Telegram. Actually, if you haven't noticed it yet, they're all Japanese names because, yes, I am a weeb. I will happily admit I'm a weeb. I'm not going to deny it. I love Japanese culture. Taught myself the language to some degree. And I like anime. There you go. I basically ticked off all the criteria for being a weeb. Also, I work in IT. There you go. So ticked off all the boxes there. So Kira is the main agent. Tetsuya is my research agent. He's the guy that will go out there and do a little research, come back. And then Hana is the content creator. So her job is to basically take the information she's got, write it in a manner that's presentable, and also edit documents if she needs to. So that's her job. Nozomi is my heavy lifter. She does all of the coding, the building, deployments, refactoring code, etc., etc., testing, bug fixing. And then Yuki is actually my ops project person. So she'll create tasks, so on and so forth. But she doesn't actually need to be, she's not needed anymore. So I'm actually going to fire her ass. There's actually another agent that's not here yet, and that's Ren. Ren is he's the graphics designer. So what he'll do, or he's the graphics artist, what he will do is he will create images for me using Nano Banana, which I'll show you in just a second. So just a quick recap again. When the agents are actually doing something, there is actually live activity, and they get a little animation which bobs over their head. They get a little bobbing animation and a little green icon over their head to say they're actually doing something, which is pretty cool. So coming over to my YouTube page on this dashboard, this is where things get really, really interesting, right? So I was basically playing with, I basically prompted openclaw initially, just saying, build me a YouTube page with nothing but just a grid display of YouTube thumbnails. And this is all I had. So these buttons in the top right corner of the screen that you see here now, they were not there before. And then I further prompted openclaw after I created all of my agents, including Tetsuya, the research agent, to say, go out there and find out what YouTube content creators are using, and build me something that I can use in my dashboard to stay on top of my videos. And it came back and did a really, really good job. Now, there are some tweaks to be made here and there, but for the most part, I think for like not really a one shot, but 3 or 4 shots in, AI actually did a really, really good job. So you can see here, I've got 2 videos. I can click on edit. I can change the status of the video. So this is, maybe it's being scripted, or maybe it's actually published. If I click on save, I can go to the Kanban board for the video, and I can see which stage each video is at, which is really, really cool. Also, if I go back to the grid again, and if I click on this one here, basically what I'm trying to show you guys, maybe it's this one here. Yeah, so there's a bunch of thumbnails associated with a specific video. So if I actually like the idea of, say, this one here, I can set this thumbnail as the winner. Click on save, and now that's the winning thumbnail. So if I go over to the calendar, that thumbnail is also in the calendar here as well. So, sorry, the Kanban board. So there you go. So if I go right to the grid, you can see the thumbnails updated there as well. Now this is using Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana 2. And although it doesn't look 100% like me, it's actually a pretty good close representation of what I actually look like, which I thought was pretty cool. And then finally, I've got the branding, which is basically my YouTube channel banner image and profile image, which I think is pretty cool. Again, this was my agent Ren, that's a graphics designer, went out there, Nano Banana, gave it some basic prompts, told it already knows what the channel is about, thanks to the brand pack, and then created me my YouTube channel banner and profile photo for YouTube. So really, really cool stuff. I'm going to show you a very quick demonstration now of me communicating with Kira on Telegram. Essentially, I'm just going to tell Kira to create a task in my mission control dashboard. And the benefit of doing this on Telegram is I can do this out and about on the move. So, by the way, guys, if you're interested to know what I'm using to dictate to my phone and what I use on my computer, I use an app called WhisperFlow. Link is in the description. I do get a kickback from that link, just disclaimer, but it does help out the channel, especially with this video being the first video. If you do decide to sign up to WhisperFlow, please use my link. So here we go. I'm just going to dictate to Kira now. Hey, can you create a task in my mission control dashboard? I need to buy a new sweater for tomorrow. It's going to be pretty cold. So just literally just send a message there to the agent, and not too long from now, hopefully he's going to reply back to say done. So we'll check that now. Okay, already on it. I've added that one 27 minutes ago when okay. I've already added that task before because I was actually recording this video prior to this one, and I ran into an issue, so I'm re-recording. So let's try a different task. Let's do this. Can you create a task for me to pick up some fruit from the grocery store tomorrow? Thanks. Got the new task being created now. Awesome. Okay, so the agent's going back saying done. Fruit task added to Kanban board due tomorrow. Got a nice little apple icon on there as well, just to represent fruits. So if I come over to my mission control dashboard, and you can see I've got 3 to-do tasks in here. I'm just going to refresh here. And there you go. I've got a buy sweatshirt and buy fruit. So these tasks were added simply by me talking to my agent, and you can see how useful something like this could be, right? Think outside the box a little bit here. Not only can you get your agent to add tasks for you to manage your life, etc., but you can also get it to do research for you in the background, do all sorts of other automation tasks for you, such as building a new SaaS product. Maybe you want an agent that would go out there and do some research on a SaaS product for a particular niche, and it would come back with some ideas, and you can get a coding agent to build that for you. So you wake up the next day and you've got a fully blown SaaS application. Pretty cool stuff. Guys, the link to the prompt to build your own dashboard like this is actually in the description of this video. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one, where I will probably talk you through how I go about hosting my openclaw instance on a VPS. I do not use a Docker container, because a Docker container will give you all sorts of headaches, a real pain in the ass. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a comment below. If you're looking forward to see the next one, let me know, and I will catch you soon. And also, hopefully I've earned a sub.